Hi Aquarius, welcome to your August 2023 reading. This is a general spread. Of course, use your discernment, your intuition as you listen to this. I feel like general readings are helpful as you just listen, seeing what resonates, seeing what kind of plants seeds and makes you think a little bit deeper about certain topics in your life. And of course, if you want a personal reading, I still offer those. I think for the next month and a half or so. Anyways, my information's in the description box below. Okay, let's get into this very interesting spread. I actually really like it. I really resonated with it myself. I'm a Aquarius moon. My sister's an Aquarius. As I'm looking at this, especially the central energy, the Page of Pentacles, to me, this feels like there's this waiting, there's this period of, I want to say it's almost like not having enough and having really big dreams. And at the same time, knowing that it's all happening and all possible for you. So it's this really kind of interesting, like really faithful type of energy, where you have like a lot of just knowing deep within you what's going to happen for you and what's available for you. And if you don't, I would invite you to kind of reach down into that, because I'm really getting the dreamer energy. You have the star kind of in the past energy, which is a lovely, as a reader, I see this as what's pushing, why the reading's happening. You're showing up as yourself, but the star is, somebody putting their intentions into this water. It's manifesting onto the earth. This is the North Star. This is our calling. This is like kind of like destiny. I really feel a strong pull towards this. And I feel there's also, there's this, again, you're getting so many major arcanas right here in the beginning. The strength in the moon card, the strength is kind of crossed, because I feel like it's like the opportunity hasn't presented itself for you. And I feel like there might be a little bit of a waning of faith or waning of, I almost feel patience. And this is the strangest message that I got while I was shuffling for you. And I'm trying to even remember his name, the guy that drinks the Coke in the stock market. I'm seeing McDonald's. What the heck is his name? The Omaha guy. Warren Buffett? Okay, anyways. This is, there's something here, like about patience. It's like the stock market is I don't even know how this goes, this quote. It's like it's the transfer from the impatient to the patience, a transfer of wealth. There's something about patience here, transfer of wealth. It's so interesting. And there's like this period of doubt here. There could be some really wonderful investments that you've made. I'm seeing a massive transfer of wealth happening. It feels like this year. It feels sooner than later. It feels like the dam is breaking. As I'm saying this, I'm seeing the Three Gorges Dam, which is breaking in China. I hope everybody that's over there is okay. But I feel like there's going to be a lot more natural disasters, and I don't de-emphasis on the word natural. There's something here where I feel like change is in the air. There's a lot of destruction, but there's a equal and opposite reaction here. There's something about patience. There's something about sitting back. There's something about holding your center, holding this light. I know this is strange messages. It might be very difficult in this period of time to be able to see through the chaos, the murkiness. I would invite you to sit out in nature, to, even with the moon here, sit out under the moon, kind of recharge yourself. This is interesting if you're into crystals or anything like that, or into any like shiny objects. I feel like clearing and cleansing your house, clearing old residue, energetic residue is what I'm seeing. Oh my gosh, these are some interesting messages. I also feel water is important. Filtered water, but what I'm seeing is this is a very interesting reading, Aquarius. I'm seeing fruit, like watermelon, like mango, like really tropical fruit. So if you're in a place, I guess it's summer in the Northern Hemisphere, hopefully you're in a place where you have access to fresh fruit, getting hydrated. It's almost through eating so much fruit. If you could do just a fruit only cleanse or a mono fruit cleanse, that would be very helpful. It'd be very helpful to keep your energy and your vibration really high. Fruit has very high vibration. Because what I'm seeing here as we transition to the next card, going into the near future energy, it's kind of like there's this holding your breath. I've set my intention. I know what I want. I know what I'm going towards. I know that it's available towards me. This is like the changing of the moons. This month we have a blue moon. There's something auspicious about the moon energy right now as we go into September. September, I feel like, is a very strong, impactful, energetic month. As we go into this, there's some sort of wealth coming to you. There's some sort of, I also feel like longevity. So if you're looking for a home or a long place to live, you might be putting down a deposit or finding a place to live. You might have more buying opportunities. To me, there's a element of happiness, joy, and fun attached to it. So this is something that you're excited about. It's a positive change. It's not a doomsday type of change. I have to move as a result of something bad happening. I feel like it's something good happening. Nine of Wands, in the position of your power. Again, this is very interesting because you're being stuck right now, and this is in your power. So this is where I feel that message about patience coming in. Things will open up exactly as they're meant to, and don't push for anything too hard this month. Remember, we're in a retrograde, double retrograde energy right now. So things are going to be a little bit wonky. There's going to be a little bit of review of energies to see if you've healed from them. I feel like a review of relationships to see if you've healed from them. Review of your relationship, most importantly, with yourself, and what's holding you back. And I feel like this is talking about the limitations of your mind in regards to expansion of your world. Gosh, if you can, and you need to, slow me down. I think you can slow down the way people talk on YouTube. I usually don't talk this fast, but your energy is really like vibrant, really wanting to move. So you might have been feeling stuck for quite some time. Those of you that have like investments, like a long time. I know I've had investments for a long time that I'm seeing starting to like really move. Which is really great. Six of Swords it's interesting. This is what I feel for this month, and this is just this month only, but things will start to move. I feel like you have an idea of what direction you're going, but it's not actually happening quite yet. You have an idea, and these ideas lead to something very long-term for you. This can be ideas when it comes to your purpose, what you want to do, imagining a dream life for yourself. I really feel that because what's coming in, Ace of Cups, is a blessing in your life that doesn't exist right now. This is new. This is the Ace that evokes some sort of, I almost feel like emotional release. And as I'm saying this, it feels like it can be love. I feel like it feels like money. So I know a lot of people are stressed to the max. I feel like there's some sort of relief of money. If you have made investments and you are waiting for them to pay off, I feel like wait a little bit longer. The outcome here being the freaking Fool, to me, this is a really expansive, exciting spirit saying go, go, go. Like, it's going to be very obvious to you when the time to move, to act, to change is coming for you. I'm really drawn to the eclipse energy. I feel like the end of this year is going to be super active in the world. You might even be moving. You might be traveling. You might be taking a trip. You might be actually moving. I'm moving. For half the year, I'm going to Thailand. I'm really excited about it. I'm looking potentially for something forever, waiting for my investments. I mean, this energy really feels, this can be across water, this is moving to a more peaceful place and time in your life as well. Ace of Cups. This is really a relief though. And I feel there's an element of moving towards your tribe or connecting with more people who might be like awakened or might be also like the black sheep. A lot of you guys know, like, I ran retreats in South America for like psychedelics for almost 10 years. when I talk about black sheep, I'm talking about it from a deep knowing. Like, I mean, certain things you can experience in your life, and people can look at you and like you can't really talk to them about it. um, but I feel like that really resonates typically with Aquarius energies. You guys tend to forge your own path. You tend to kind of see through things a lot as well. You guys are of most of the signs, you might be more leaning towards conspiracies, which this to me is a wonderful, like, question everything. The outsider, though, that can also isolate you, that can also not make you part of the herd. This is a wonderful time not to be part of the herd. Oh, gosh, you guys have a really good reading. And this is, I feel like, being authentic and true to yourself is kind of what opens the door to this new earth for you. As you ascend and are a part of the awakening, it's not just a bystander watching things like very confused. You're in it. You're a part of it. You're actively making changes. You're actively, I'm like actively investing in things where I see, like, yes, opportunities, but also, imbalances, inequality, because I believe and I know in my heart of hearts we're about to turn this corner into this really, really positive time. So where your money goes is also your karma as well. Invest in the people doing it right. Invest in the people and the businesses and all of that goodness. Be very careful about your where you put your money, the energy exchange here. The awakening. I also feel lots of dreams when I'm looking at this. A lot going on in the dream space for you guys. It would be helpful to write it down. I feel like of any time in history, now would be the most interesting time to kind of write down what's happening, because I feel like we're in the most pivotal point in, kind of human existence at this point. It's going to be very fascinating the next few months and years, but definitely the next few months. And I feel like things looking back would be very fascinating to look back on. Even like a journal for you, like writing down your experiences. I feel like this could be fascinating. Even like stories I'm getting, if not for you, for like future generations or for like your grandchildren. Stories of what you lived through, stories of what you experienced, silly stories, human stories. I'm getting stories. So to have stories, live a good life, have the epic journeys. I mean, that's what the Fool and the World are inviting you to do. And the Star, follow your true north. This is kind of the energy, too, of leaping before you think. It's a very powerful time to trust your knowing. Trust your knowing. I mean, pretty soon, we're not going to have a need for people reading tarot or psychics or anything like that. We'll just have this knowing. It's just inevitable. That's just the direction we're heading. I mean, even in this short span of life that I've lived on this earth, I've just seen the exponential growth of human consciousness. It's fabulous. And soon everybody will have this knowing. I mean, we already do. It's just tapping into it, learning to read the signs, interact with Mother Nature, read her signs. It's all about signs, symbols. This is the way we communicate with spirit. I mean, that's why tarot is wonderful at helping learn this language. Understanding the water, the receptivity, the feminine energy, learning all of these things. The World, though, to me, if you've been, this is talking about the fixed energy. If you've been stuck for a while, this is the last card in the hero's journey. There's a conclusion here. So this whole month is kind of a conclusion. And it's not like so neat and tidy as cut and dry as just the month of August. But there's a conclusion here happening in your life. And here's another conclusion card, the Ten of Pentacles. This is lovely. And there's a new beginning. So there's something here to do with your root system, Uranus and Taurus, the Taurus energy that's really been kind of, in Uranus, really messing up our lives, getting us confused and like kind of rerouting us. you know, even as I'm saying that, I was seeing a plant kind of like when you repot a plant, like I garden all the time. And if I'm a little bit too aggressive or I'm not too conscientious about, you know, the soil or the correct pH, you know, the plant almost dies most of the time. I shouldn't say most of the time. Some of the time. I'm still learning. But it comes back here once you kind of, you know, give it love, the right amount of water, the right amount of sunshine. You nurse it back, you give it more attention. Where was I going with that? I mean, yeah, that's going back to, I'm talking about the ends. 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. So feeling stuck, trapped, you know, imprisoned. There's a lot of this imprisoned in the mind, imprisoned in what you want to do, and your fire and your energy. That's kind of being released here, which is really exciting. I feel like this is a month to just, I mean, really, I feel manifest, recharge, clear your house, clean your house, cleanse your house is what I was going after. Oh my goodness. Yes. I do feel drawn to read The Outsider. Give me a second. Oh no, I did find it. Oh, look at that. I found it earlier and I put another card to bookmark it, and it's patience. How crazy is that? Patience this month. You'll know when it's time to, don't push for anything. Don't push for anything. Oof. Some of you might be wanting to have a child soon too when I'm looking at this. Ace of Cups, you might be getting word of this. New beginning, new journey. Okay, that's just for some of you. Commentary. The small child in this card is standing on one side of a gate looking through it. He's so small and so convinced that he cannot get through. He cannot see that the chain holding the gate is not locked. All he has to do is open it. Whenever we feel left out or excluded, it brings up this feeling of being a small, helpless child. It's not surprising, as the feeling is deeply rooted in our earliest childhood experiences. The problem is that because it is so deeply rooted, it plays over and over again like a tape in our lives. You have an opportunity now to stop the tape, to quit tormenting yourself with ideas that you are somehow not enough to be accepted and included. Recognize the roots of these feelings in the past and let go of the old pain. It will bring you the clarity to see how you can open the gate and enter that which you long to become. Yeah, don't be afraid of looking and finding your tribe. I'm guilty of this all the time as well. I kind of just used to have this mentality of like, well, it's so much effort. Who am I going to really connect with? But if you don't try, you're never going to connect with anybody. And I'm always happy that I try new things and go out to new places. Even if there are people I would never normally connect with. Like I went hiking and met people like way out of my age range. So cool, so awesome, such great conversation. Okay, so the outsider. So you are feeling yourself an outsider. This is good. This is the transitory period. Now you have to be alert not to fill yourself with pain and misery. Now that God is no longer there, who is going to console you? You don't need any consolation. Humanity has come of age. Be a man, be a woman, and stand on your own feet. The only way to be connected with existence is to go inwards, because there, at the center, you are still connected. You have been disconnected physically from your mother. That disconnection was absolutely necessary to make you an individual in your own right. But you are not disconnected from the universe. Your connection with the universe is of consciousness. You cannot see it, so you have to go deep down with great awareness, watchfulness, witnessing, and you will find the connection. The Buddha is the connection. Beautiful. I would like to read Awakening as well, because, I mean, this to me is like honoring your uniqueness, and I almost feel like specialness, and I guess I could say we're all special. Definitely, we're all unique, we're all beautiful. But honoring that specialness, I find the world is so boring if everybody does the same thing. Like, we need Aquariuses, we need, people different. We need the innovators, we need the creatives, we need the different perspectives. I think honoring yourself and your dreams and your path and just going for it, This is where magic really happens. It really does. I forget who I was talking to, some other sign. I used to live a very traditional life in New York City. I had everything I wanted, climbed the corporate ladder, and I looked up one day and I was like, I'm not happy. I don't want this. This is it. There must be more. There must be more. It was more depth. It's not that I don't enjoy nice things or anything like that. I'm human. But I needed more in my soul. It was more of a soul calling. So I dropped literally everything in the span of 2 weeks, a little dramatic. And I moved to Ecuador. That was just the start of traveling for almost 10 years now. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I mean, I definitely didn't have a plan. That would have helped. But having that freedom, having that experience, having that life, those stories, that juiciness, I wouldn't change it for the world. And that was definitely a part of my awakening. It had to happen. It was the only way for me personally. But as we go through these energetic upgrades, you're going to have to be more aligned with your truth. That's just how it goes. So certain things might fall away. So you might need to, again, there's the word on this, integration. So kind of balancing out what's leaving and what it's making room for and honoring that. Sometimes it feels like a crumbling as you awaken. I'm sure a lot of you have seen a lot of spiritual memes and, the person that thinks they're going to be, I don't know, meditating on a beach. That's their spiritual awakening. And really it's, the most terrifying roller coaster you didn't sign up to, get on. All right, so awakening. I'm rambling. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you are experiencing past life flashbacks, seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, books, and creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are here to birth one of these creations into the world, or perhaps you're being called to make a shift in your own life in order to be of service. Don't think too much about it. Instead, repeat the following. Work your light activation. Beautiful. Surrender to this. This is your time. I feel like this is a pivotal time for humanity in general. There's a timeline split. If not now, it's more obvious than ever. Really calling you to align with your truth, overcome anything that's holding you back. That's the strength in a crossed energy. You really need to pay attention to what are you still holding on to. I feel like the beast within, though, any self-criticism, any denial of your path, or any denial that it's possible for you really needs to, even if it's silly, even if it's just feels like blind faith, really tap into what is possible for you, this dream like heaven on earth, because I truly believe that's what we're all here to bring about. You might not have the finances yet, you might not have the money, but I feel like just give it a little time here. I feel like we're going to be surprised in many, many ways if I think things are going to go the way they're going. I mean, I feel like it's going to shock a lot of people in the best way possible. So you're going to want to be around to see it. Journal, journal, journal. I feel like that's a message for me too. I never journal. And I've had so many friends like pop in my journey. Like, why don't you journal? You should journal. It would be so much better if I did. Anyways, I'm going to end it here, Aquarius. I hope you found this helpful. Apologies for speaking a little too fast, but very exciting energy here for you guys. I'm excited for you and me. So wonderful month of August. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. It helps my channel out infinitely. I got shadow banned back in 2020 and I'm still rebuilding, so hopefully you enjoyed. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a wonderful month of August and I will see you again soon. All right, bye Aquarius.